And yes, we are back. Shout outs to us for making it back. You, me, all of us. And this video is me just ranting. It's nothing special here. I just have to talk about Hell's Paradise. This, first of all, I get people love anime. It is a crazy, amazing medium. I'm okay with that. What I don't understand is when one show gets so much momentum, you just have to shout at the top of your lungs, this is the best show ever. This is the best show ever. This is the new this. This is better than that. It's like, how come these shows just can't exist in their own, on their own reign? How come it is a constant arms race to compare and contrast and say one show is better than the next? Create this crazy amount of hype for something that is just not even all that. And that is exactly how I feel about Hell's Paradise. Now, I'm only on episode 3 and I don't read mangas or anything at all. But I can already tell, bro. I can already tell. The pacing for this show is just too much. In episode 3, you really see it. Episode 1, I mean, you by the way, so if you haven't seen it, I recommend you do watch it. I think it is worth watching just so you can like see that it's really just like I would say anyway, episode 1 you see the pacing issues. Episode 2 is whatever. Episode 3, bro, is just everywhere. And what really made me just kind of like realize that this show is just average. The only thing really carrying the show is the art, in my opinion. Story is whack. Character is kind of whack. But it's the fact that Sagari is literally criticizing the main character nonstop, right? Hold on, let me go back. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about those two. Gibimaru, the Hollow, and Sagari. So here's something, also anime. Anime is, a medium for storytelling. And you always have a main character. You have supporting characters and you have other characters that exist, I get it, they exist for the main character's growth. It's something for them to self-reflect. It really is. Other characters that aren't the main characters are literally tools to help the main character. That is just how it goes. And it doesn't always go like that because you obviously have different genres, but we're just for this show. So Sagari is going to be Gabimaru's means to grow. They're gonna be like this until no, they're just gonna be like this. And the problem I have is Sagari is just a terribly just a terrible like a terrible character. Her backstory is very shallow. It is terrible. The reason and it all becomes so apparent in episode 3 because she says all these things. They gave her this serious face, this serious cadence. She is literally beheading criminals. No emotion, apparently. But when she looks in the blade, there's like this contagion of fear and weakness. It's not even clear like where it comes from. So her reason, and here's her backstory. Again, it is super shallow, bro. I just cannot stand how it was rolled out. You see a flashback of her father doing an execution, and the person her father is executing is a storyteller. So he does the beheading, and the guy that he beheaded was still in the story. And the corpse, head rolled, the corpse like did like a bowing pose, and her interpretation of the corpse doing that pose was his cut was so refined and painless that it allowed the body to finish the story. And from that moment, she was inspired to recreate that slash. Bro, why the fuck is it that complicated? And it's not even a good reason to take up execution knit. Like I don't. Apparently, she's also part of the clan that, and it's like their family's origin. Okay, that's not even like how is that a reason? How is that a reason? Okay, whatever. That's your reason. You want to recreate this cut that only you thought was special. That is the reason you are an executioner now. That is your resolve. So you pair that resolve. That is a weak resolve, by the way. It's it's just so shit. So you pair that resolve with Gabimaru, who is basically unkillable. They set this guy on fire. He did not die. They did all this. He did not die. He literally demonstrated ninjutsu at the end of episode 1. Literally, it was demonstrated. Okay? It was literally demonstrated. Okay? And you have episode 3. She is boasting. Oh, episode 2. She is boasting that she can kill this guy at any time. Episode 2 is so bad. It is just literally so bad. It is crazy how bad episode 2 is. Like it literally makes no sense why it like anyways, episode 2 is pretty bad. But episode 2, she is literally boasting about how she can kill him and she will do it if she has to. Yada yada yada. Okay, fine. Whatever. And they go out of their way, and I don't like when shows do this, bro. So episode 2, they have this sequence. Again, this is a rant. Just don't understand, bro. So they go out of their way to basically shine a light on the important characters of interest. Normally, you can tell a character is going to be kind of special when they have some funky hair color or their eye pupils are significantly different than everyone else's. You can tell that character is kind of unique and special in some way, kind of quirky, weird, off, and they're gonna be important. Or you can tell by the voice for some reason. Anyways, they go out of their way to have these normal criminals, and then they have which criminals are the ones with the red seal? Which ones should we be looking out for? Which ones are the notorious mass murderers known to be have special powers and or be kind of different in this era where this shit should not even exist? And they go out of the way to pan you on all of them. It's like 10. And like I said, Gabimaru is basically unkillable. It's been demonstrated. This dude cannot die. He just was not gonna die. He's not you. If you, he's not dying. He's not gonna. He's just not gonna die in some normal fashion. Like he's just not gonna get outclassed by anyone here, because apparently they're all still human. This guy did ninjutsu. How are you? You guys are human, and this dude is doing ninjutsu. How can you even compare? Anyways, they. Anyways, they got that again. That just doesn't make sense, bro. He did ninjutsu at the end of episode 1. Why do you have him trying to be compared to normal swordsmen and executioners? They're obviously outclassed. Anyways, episode 3. Half of the people you spent time, you know, introducing in episode 2 are, I'm not gonna say what happens, but it's like the pacing is it's just everywhere. And the straw that breaks the camel's back is Sagari is complaining to Gabimaru to handcuff yourself. It's the rules. And if you don't know, they basically are going to an island to find some potion to pardon them of their crimes. That's why their criminals were originally there. Again, Gabimaru cannot even die. He is the strongest dude around, and his reasoning. Hold on. So I'll save that. Try to tie some loose ends. Anyways, episode 3. Sagari is complaining. Put your handcuffs on. Gabimaru is basically a god amongst men. Dude, it's just the dynamic is not working. It's just you guys are forcing it. It should not even be a conversation to be had. Put handcuffs on. Um, why? So this dude tries to attack him. One of the previous guys, the 10 criminals or whatever, tries to attack him. She is still telling him to put his handcuffs on after surviving a hit that would have killed literally anyone else. Bro, it's like it's just it just feels like what are you like it just feels like I don't know. I think I'm being a little biased because I feel like if you know a character is literally stronger than everyone else in the universe already, you have to have a good story. I feel like you just have to nail the story. This they it's like they're just doing stuff to do stuff. It's just like they're just making a show to show off good animations and good art and stuff. Sagari is like it's just so annoying. And after so he's attacked by this guy. Cool, whatever. Obviously, like I said, this dude is not dying. You're not no normal thug, no normal character with a name, first and last name, and a small intro is gonna take Gabimaru out. It's not happening. He loses. Brutally, he loses. Then Gabimaru and Sagri kind of fight. They both boast about how they can just kill and they have this skill, but they are hesitant. Like I said, he literally, I didn't say this, but in episode 2, he literally killed 5 people with handcuffs on. Humans. He was biting throats, using his like he was doing all types of stuff. It's like a grown adult version of Killua in a world where everyone is basically Liario. Like everyone thinks they're tough until Killua actually shows up. Get what I'm saying? Anyways, I have this unkillable, this this godlike shinobi fighting Sagari, and he is hesitant to kill her for the like. There's like legit no reason, and he's even trying to like rationalize that there's no reason, and he can't. And she's the same way. She's like, but and she's like, oh, I can kill him. Oh no, I can't. Maybe I can't. Oh, and but the thing is, she's criticizing him. She's holding him to this crazy high standard, whatever. But she, in her mind, in her inner dialogue, she's like admiring him. It's like, how can you be the mirror and the person who's like downplaying how great the character is at the same time? It is not. It is. It's just like annoying. Like it's just really just annoying. As weird as it sounds. Again, this character is basically God. He's on God mode. He is literally abiding by the rules for no reason. I just feel like the reasoning for the stuff that's happening is just very shallow. Even his backstory is shallow. I imagine people are hyping this up because it's just so much gore and blood. It is all like a lot. Like it is pretty brutal. Like I said, with the whole she literally her dad is an executioner, so it is kind of brutal on that part. And Gabimaru's reasoning is basically he loves his wife so much that he doesn't want to kill, but he still does. It's like he's probably gonna have to. I don't know. I just don't like. I just thought the whole thing is really shallow. The art is good. Art is nice, but I just thought it was really shallow. And person who like I said, Sagari is her own character, but she exists for Gabimaru's growth. At the end of the day, that's the only reason she exists. That's why they're paired together. Both pretty mid characters so far. My friend Gray put this in perspective. He says, "Well, she has a lot of room to grow," and that is very true. She is so far down here, but he's right. She does have a lot of room to grow. And what I was gonna say earlier that I kind of like stopped abruptly is when you have your side characters resolve, when they're resolved for what they do is weak, it kind of makes the growth of the character that they can provide. Like it makes the like narrative growth potential so like lackluster. Like the fact that I know Sagri has like low key whack resolve. She already several times said she was gonna do something, she couldn't do it. She obviously has skill, but like doubts herself for no reason. Like she has not missed an execution once, but it's I don't really understand. I still don't really understand what her fear is. And of course, there's like this shoehorned illustration of her like being naked and groped by demonic hands, and it is like so unnecessary. It doesn't even illustrate like any emotion. I mean, it kind of is creepy, but it's like there's little reason to just shove breasts in there, and like she's legit full naked, like hands creeping up her body. Like you can see under boob and everything, hips, everything. Supposed to be this daughter of this executioner. Why? What is that? What kind of illustration is that? And they kind of do like a parallel where Gabimaru has something similar, but it's more is he has way more clothes on than she does, and the angle is way different. You only see like part of his profile, like probably as much as you see on me. For her, it's like full frontal. But what really is like what is this show trying to do, bro? You guys obviously aren't trying to tell some cool story about shinobis. Again, this guy is just Killua but an adult. In my opinion, he's not super interesting. He's fickle for some reason too. He's supposed to be a ninja, someone who trained to be some elite emotionalist type of dude. And I get it. His thing was he had a wife and he was kind of tired of it, kind of like Vinland Saga with Thor. Once you got the wife and the kid, you were like, and maybe this is not for me. I get that. And he paid his price, and he made it known that that's what like he was not. That's the one thing I want to point out too. I'm gonna point this out, and I'm gonna end it. At least in Thor's thing, he was a Viking. He had been in wars. He had killed, fought, pillaged, done all types of stuff. Right? When he said he had enough, he had enough. Apparently, he went to Iceland, and even when he ran into Ashalad's crew, he didn't kill anyone. He hit them with blunt fists and punched. At least that's what was seen. So when he said he was done, he was done. How come when Gabimaru says he's done, he goes on to slaughter 20, 20 other people, 30 other people, 40 other people? That's what I mean by weak resolve, bro. Like it's hard for me to even resonate with this character and what he really stands for when he doesn't stand for anything. He's just overpowered and strong. He's trying to play the loner. Like they have him propped up as the loner. This loner character who's never known love. Now he has love. Now he's blushing. You've killed countless people, been through all this rigorous training. You're not a kid. Like if this was Killua again, and even with Killua and Gon and Killua, it made sense. Killua was still a kid. That was like his first time meeting of having a friend. So it kind of made sense for him to have like, okay, I kind of maybe don't want to be an assassin. Maybe I do want to have fun and friends and eat ice cream and have some normal dopamine. Dude, you're an adult. Gabimaru, you have stand for something. And one last thing. The person who was like putting doubts in Sagari was like, yeah, don't do that. Hey, maybe this isn't for you. You think you would think, oh, this person is speaking to her like this. He must be with the shits. Like he must be strong. This dude is a clown. How is a dude telling people what to do and not to do? He's a clown. And it showed in episode 3. I was like, bro, this dude, he looked like he could have been hard. He has an eye patch and everything. Eye patch, red hair. Looks like all the swordsmen look like Bleach characters, bro. Most of them are clowns. He got clowned on. I think maybe he didn't. It was kind of vague, but from what I saw, he basically got clowned on. But it could be like some misinterpretation that they could be, oh, we got you type type vibes. Anyways, that's my rant about Hell's Paradise. And again, it was hyped up. Someone literally went on a podcast and they were, like, oh, this is it got a higher rating than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm like, oh shit, it got a higher rating than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? People think this highly of it? It's gotta be worth watching. No, no, no. I could tell episode one. This was this is not all that, okay? The art is cool. I get the little metaphors hidden in there, but it is it's not really hidden. But we'll see. I'm gonna keep a close tab on this one. I'm gonna do a video about Villain Saga, how great that. Now, if someone were to be like, "Oh, Villain Saga is better than some of the goats," I'm like, bro, I say you might be onto something. You might be onto something. Villain Saga is good. Villain Saga is good, but there's a season 2, so I ain't gonna say too much. My Villain Saga season 1 is on some life changing vibes, and I think that's testament to a good show. Like if you can watch a show, a season of an anime, and it has like a legit direct impact on your life, it's a good show. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, that's the rant. I can't believe like I was just like in disbelief, really. Like, like what? Anyway, you know what? I'm like I said, I'm gonna keep watching because I want to see it legitimately get better. But from what we have here so far, this is like a legit 6 out of 10, bro. Art can only carry so hard. Like I just can't forgive shallow side characters and MCs. It's just hard for me to like give it a pass. Like they have to legit snap. Like they have to basically abandon everything and make a complete 180 for me to be like, oh snap, this character learned something. I'm not seeing it. Anyways, that's the video. Again, this is just my opinion. Not a bad show, just significantly overhyped. I'll say it again. Not a bad show. Shallow storytelling, shallow reasons, shallow flashbacks, shallow, terrible pacing. It has terrible pacing, but it's not a bad show. It's just way overhyped so far from what I'm seeing so far. Anyways, that's it. You know the motto. Thanks for watching. Tell someone you appreciate them because I appreciate you guys watching. Tell someone you love them and see you in the next video. Peace.